Welcome back to Scaredy Cat. We are taking a look at a 2019 detective mystery point and click. It's actually overwhelmingly positive in ratings on Steam. Its sequel, The Mermaid Mask, is slated to come out at some point this year, so I want to get my hands on this one before we play that one when it comes out. So the Tangle Tower it is. Let's go. Tangle Tower. Mid-afternoon.
You ready, Sally?
Grimoire, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank.
Huh. Just turning my volume up here real quick.
Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Murder victim Freya Fellow, 19, died whilst painting a portrait of Flora Fellow, 58. Location: Flora's tower. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound on her chest. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. The red color on the tip of the knife is not paint. It was discovered to be blood. On the painting, a small painting on a scrap of paper. A few notes have been written on the back. Tangle Tower. Nowadays it goes by Tangle Tower, but it's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. It is surrounded by a circular lake. The water is an unusual mix of colors. The lake is enclosed by sheer, pale cliffs. They're too steep and smooth to climb. Tangle Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Pointer family. Freya. So that is the deceased. Alright.
So, who do you think did it?
Sally, you know full well we haven't met a single suspect yet. We haven't even been to the crime scene.
Still, I reckon I've got it all worked out.
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that.
The boat we came in on.
What are they?
Wind chimes. Silent, wooden wind chimes.
Weird. Look at those cliffs. Alright.
It's a garden, I think. It's currently far away.
We could walk closer to it.
Ready when you are.
Alright, so this is the map. Next. Oh.
It's a path through the garden. Leads up to the house, I assume. It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
What animal is that?
Hawk. Bear. Lizard.
Right, of course. A hawk bear lizard. It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster.
Playing a harp.
Playing a harp. Hang on a second.
Look closer. Absolutely. Ooh.
This...
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet.
Yeah. Looks like we need a pattern.
Let's come back later. It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Alright, so that's into our case log.
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
Alright, shall we carry on? Look, the claw feet.
The pond has little stone feet.
Seems a bit superfluous.
You're superfluous.
Alright, can we continue on? Yes. Main entrance.
Oh,
What?
oh, there's an O on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah. Tangle Tour.
Twir.
Can we pick it up?
What?
Oh,
Never mind.
Tangle.
Twir. Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us.
Do you think he'll start to move?
No, I think he'll just... Little bird feeders.
How do you know they're for birds?
Ah, there's a heart engraved in the tree. I didn't know people actually did that.
PPFF.
There's the Pointer family and the one that begins with an F, so I guess we'll find out who that is.
Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not? It's a little melody. It's red, but I don't think it's painted. It's just red. Don't think it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk
I'm
straight.
pretty sure that's the rule, yeah.
Okay, let's go in. Oh. But what's over here?
Let's head to the crime scene first.
Well, fine.
It's at the top of the West Tower, I think.
Go up this way. Grand Hall. Ooh, look at this.
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Absolutely look closer. Whoa. Okay. So there's the fellows and the pointers. Poppy Pointer, Pandora Pointer, Percival Pointer, Penelope Pointer. Okay, so they all have... Well, that doesn't help at all. FF and PP, so we're not going to know who carved the tree outside. Fitz Fellow, Damien Dusk, Alicia Fellow, Selena Stonetop, Freya Fellow. So that is who passed away. No, Freya... Wait, Freya's the matriarch, right? Fiona was who passed away? She was the daughter of Felix Fellow and Flora Remington. So there's technically 3 families here. Distilled into 2. Okay.
Flint Fellow.
A purebred fellow, if there ever was one. Married a randomer, though.
Do you think he still lives here?
Fiona.
Fiona Fellow. Dead center. She must be important.
She's half fellow and half Remington.
Do you think she still lives here?
Wait. Isn't that who died?
Freya Fellow.
The murder victim.
Oh, no, Freya is. Fiona is the old lady.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lord Fellow. Oh, he had a side piece. Dude. Yeah, so she's like kind of twice removed here. These are the main 2.
Fitz fellow.
Oh, no, Flora.
Half
Flora
fellow.
is
Think he
the...
still lives here?
Flora is the older
Flora
lady.
Remington.
I think she's mentioned in our case file.
Yeah. That's right, she would be up the tree, not down the tree. Okay. Who is that?
It's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
Okay, so fellows on the left, pointers on the right.
It's not locked.
Oh, wow, okay.
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the
Alright,
top
alright.
of the West Tower, I think.
We gotta go straight up there. That's Flora. Flora's tower. Looks very bird-like. Speaking of bird... Is that a knife or is that a feather?
The whole room has a strange feeling about it.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle. No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Well, this photo shows her at a distance. Maybe it's just the angle of the photo. It's found lying on her back, that's right. Yeah, I think it's the angle of the photo.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
So if she
Didn't
was...
even get a chance to clean her brush.
Ooh. So if she was standing that close to the easel, she had a stab wound to the chest. She had to have fallen first and then been stabbed. That's the only way that makes sense. The largest of the blob is black in the middle. Paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint.
There it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it?
Looks that way.
Ooh. Freya was unable to finish the painting as she died sometime during the process yet. Like, all this is still TBD. Flora appears to be wielding a knife. This red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood. I'm gonna call it now that that is not a knife, that's a feather. Because look how bird-like she is here.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene. And something really weird about the murder weapon.
Yeah.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Ooh, okay. Was used to kill, is completely covered in. Was used to knock out. It's holding a knife with tipped in. Right. So that... And that is what's something there, but it was removed from the scene. Freya stole it because it stabbed... No, because Freya was going to eat it. Because...
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood, but it was removed from the scene. Nope.
Oh, okay. It's used to kill. I don't see the knife. So it'd be... Was the painting somehow involved in the attack on Freya? Completely covered in, was used to knock out. It's not completely covered in blood, it's just... Alright, I don't know how this is supposed to make sense. Hold on. We don't have a knife one here. Was the painting somehow involved the attack on Freya? Because Freya put it there.
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood because Freya put it there. That's not right.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Because it stabbed Freya, we don't... That's what they think happened, but that's not really what... It's not right. What's this? Oh, okay. Everything else is right, but not Flora. Okay. Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with
I was
blood
close.
because it stabbed Freya.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting?
No.
Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
Correct.
See any other knives around here?
Really, Grimoire?
Case closed.
The case is not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
Okay, so I was supposed to follow Grimoire's weird train of thought. An unfinished painting. Okay.
Flora fellow?
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
I love that this is
We
completely
need to
voice
ask
acted.
you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Ooh. We can ask, but I don't think she's gonna talk.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
I still want to
Freya
cross
was
off all
painting
this.
your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us,
Nope.
is she?
But at least we can say we tried.
Yep. There we go. Statement.
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya? She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I doubt that.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
I guess we'll find out. Ooh. Okay, something's locked here. I'm looking at this painting here. Is this where she was standing? Because I see this plant here, but it looks like there was another one here that's supposed to be painted, and it's not there. Unless she was standing over here and the other one's hidden by here. That's odd. Oh, the gramophone's cracked.
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The whole thing is split. It's not just the top piece. It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. It's pointed toward the middle of the room. There's a noticeable crack running through it all the way from the horn down through the tape deck. So it is toast. If we could see anything with that, just... And then with
What
this
about the cassette tape?
egg.
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
Oh, it's to Freya. Can't turn it around or touch it? No. Okay.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
I'm guessing not, but... Okay. Was there another tape we can put in? It works. That's wild.
It's piano music.
It's a recording of piano music. It plays for a short while before stopping. It sounds like when you rewind cassette tapes. That's wild. Wondering if it stops abruptly? Is that what they're saying? Oh yeah. It does. We'll take that. And this egg, what is this?
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
Ooh, it does have puzzle written all over it, doesn't it?
I think it's a container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
Or slide. I think they have to be... Oh. Match those up. Match these up. Those are matched up already. Purple. But I don't know what the... Wait. Okay. I see it now. Red and green. Red's on the short side, so red here, green here. This little zigzag thing, purple on the short end. Purple on the short end, there's a zigzag thing. Diamond. Yellow. The long swoop. Long swoop, purple on the short end. Blue on the long end. This box thing. The back end of the box is green. Back end of the box is green, and then what was it? Yellow? Yeah. So that's set up right. Need this thing here. Pinks are at the opposite ends of this. Which means... this thing with the notch. Oh, it's the red and the purple. Or red and the blue. Which red am I taking, though? Purple's supposed to be down here. No, I did that wrong. Purple's supposed to be... Okay, hold on a second. Yellow and purple. Purple and yellow. Red and blue. Blue is supposed to be on the long end. Yeah. Okay, what did I mess up? Purple and blue on the swoop. Short end is purple. Red and green. Red and green, red on the short side, that's right. Pink. Pink. We're just gonna kind of go around like this. Those are right. Green we just did. Blue and purple we just did. Green box to yellow. Green box to yellow. Oh.
That's the one.
Hey, not bad.
I just had to push the unlock button.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg's a clue, right?
Sure. Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. It's currently empty. The lining of the egg is a soft velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass. It rests on 3 strange feet with pointed claws. Getting a lot of bird references here. Eggs and talon feet. And she's bird-shaped, and I am certain that's a feather. Okay. Paint.
Freya's painting supplies.
And look, those are cracked too. all cracked down one side. Okay, it cannot be a coincidence that the paints are cracked and so is the gramophone.
Freya's painting supplies.
We just looked at that. Now she painted with look at that pot.
A little pot plant, balanced on the window ledge.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
Ah. Yeah. And that one's missing. All right. I think that's all we can... Oh, what's that? An eye?
We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
Where can we go now? Can we go anywhere? Yes. We'll just make our way around then. Workshop. Oh.
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
His voice actor's killing it. Count. Oh, we just did that.
Sir? Can you hear...
Yourself?
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer / treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my...
And,
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
So is he married to Flora? I need to look at the family chart again.
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course.
They showed
Soon
the plant
enough,
in that
everyone else
again.
made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Oh, okay. Locked, okay.
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
Aw. A wooden carving of a man holding a sword. The model has been hand-painted, but the paint is not skillfully applied. Yellow, blue, black, and white paints were found nearby.
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
Absolutely.
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map, too.
Absolutely. Okay. Discover the combination for the chest's padlock. So the padlock is letters, numbers, and directions. Cardinal directions. We have an X. Oh, okay. We have an X that looks... Aha, okay. This is to its immediate left. Further a little bit to the way right, and then facing a palm tree at the end. Looking at these, this might be it right here. Would be I4. Let me just double check these others. No, it's got to be this one. I4. I don't know what cardinal direction it wants, though. Oh, that it's looking north? Maybe that's looking north. I4 north.
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map for clues? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
South?
Still locked.
I think there's like there are different versions of the same thing, maybe?
Yeah, I got that part.
That was incorrect.
The padlock is just a grid reference for the map.
Yeah, I got that part. Hold on.
That was
The
incorrect.
padlock has 3 different inputs. A letter, a number, and a compass direction.
I got that.
It's just a grid reference for the map.
Yeah. We want the spot in between. I3? Facing north?
That was incorrect.
The padlock is just a grid reference for the map.
What the? Okay. Well, let me look at this again. This one. It's closer on the left, further away on the right, and then even further on the back. Aha, okay. So it's H6. H6 facing west. Should have gone one the other way. Facing west.
That's done it.
There it is. Okay. I even said that this was closer, this was further away, and that's even further away. Yeah.
Neat. What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
Oh, his family. I think this is what he's making for his wife. A model resembling a child with green hair. Fiona. A woman with gray hair, that's Flora. A red and white bird, we don't know anything about. And of course him. Paint is not skillfully applied. A pot of red paint and a brush is laying nearby. The brush has some dried red paint on it.
What is it?
He's an imp.
What does he do?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he appears at the end of your bed in the middle of the night.
Oh. It's a barometer, but it's broken.
I've never seen a barometer that wasn't broken.
Puffer? Fish?
Yes, it's also a lamp, for some reason. Shelf junk.
An old wooden...
Probably cursed.
Probably cursed.
It's a magic lamp. Can we summon the genie?
If we get really stuck, sure.
There's a map here.
A map with a dotted line and an X marked on it.
That's a very boring way to describe a treasure map.
Okay. Anything in the
The
drawers?
entire room is made of wood.
Oh, it's not just made of wood. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, let's get out of here. Who do we have here? Freya's room. Freya is the one that was killed. I keep mixing up Fiona and Freya. And Flora, I mean, obviously. Everyone has very similar names. This is the girl who was killed.
A pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate. It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
Oh yeah.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
That.
It's a little
Paintbrushes?
wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe.
Ooh, a puzzle box. Ooh, okay.
They're not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
Okay, it looks like we have a... These rotate. Like a bottom corner. Like a right corner, but for some reason you match there? Ah, that goes there. Oh, maybe these... No. Nope. Ah, okay. Ah, what are we looking at here? Nothing on the top line. One's got to be on the bottom. Oh, they move this way? Arrange the paper to find a clue. Fan brush. That blue one on the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is my guess. So orange is 1. Wait, then this doesn't make sense for this to be here then. These two, they should be on different lines. Maybe I have this map done incorrectly. Let's try this. 1, 2. Try the fan brush. Here, this is going to be in 4 or 5. Who has to go there? Try that.
Nothing.
Did you find a hint on those scraps of paper?
I'll switch these
It
two.
looks like a ripped-up jigsaw puzzle.
Hey, got that part. It's these two. They kind of plunk into each other.
That was incorrect.
Each brush has various characteristics. Height, bristle shape, paint color, handle color.
Handle color.
The information we need is on the paper. Once it's been rearranged, I mean.
Alright, maybe we rearrange it again. It's too high. I don't see anything else that fits this shape, though. This piece here. This has to be it. So short. Oh, shortest to tallest. Is that what it wants? Shortest to tallest. Oh, okay. I get it. Each of these is a varying... Okay. Handle color. Brush shape. Paint. Height. So the shortest orange goes on this end. Green goes here, but we don't know specifically which one. The fan brush with the pink, which could be either this one or this one. But green has to go here. This guy is in the right spot. Blue's here. Oh, it's doing shortest to tallest, I think. No, wait, that's blue. Try that.
I did it. What do
Okay.
I win?
Not bad. What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
Oh. A ripped photo. Two young girls, one with the red hair and the other with green hair. Large piece has been ripped off. Who is she not friends with right now?
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
Oh yeah, right there. Photo of a painting. A piece of adhesive tape is stuck on it. Lines have been drawn with black ink around the edges. Okay, is it like a face or something? I wonder if this is actually part of something. This must have been sitting on something and drawn from. My guess? Fish?
It's a fish?
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Could also be a shark. Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
Oh, she has like drawings on the ceiling too.
Did Freya paint those animals on her ceiling?
They're kind of simplistic.
Maybe she painted them when she was younger.
Likely.
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
Ooh.
Brushes, pencils.
They're clean, but they look pretty well used.
Alright, so this girl was a painter for sure. Alright, let's do the next. The library. Oh, there's the redheaded girl.
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis? About the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Okay, so Fifi.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix.
Oh,
But you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
biologist?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
Yesterday?
What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine.
So
I
talk.
knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked.
Oh, over here.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it.
Her
I thought
makeup
she
was
playing
leaking.
a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
I was wondering how they
You
got those
performed
results.
that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Yeah, that's locked. Excellent.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
I want to go... Oh, okay. I guess we're going there immediately.
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Definitely closer look. Okay. Wait, that's us. This girl... He's tied to two different people. That's Poppy, I think she said. Poppy is tied to this guy. I think that's the guy that was up in the tower in those little clips. Is this who they're all with? Wait, then what's going on here? Who's this? I don't think we've seen that.
Who is that?
Yeah, who is that?
No idea.
And we've got random...
Is Fifi trying to solve the mystery with math equations?
Oh.
Maybe. Did you ever try that? Maybe it works.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
Well, if she is trying to figure out who did it, obviously she wouldn't put herself on there.
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not.
I hope not.
It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
Anything else looks strange?
It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
Absolutely.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
key.
this is a microscope.
It's a key. I think if we magnify certain parts, we should get that shape. That. Yes, like that. Okay. Maybe this has to overlap several? Let's try that one. This one did a big over here. Nope. Here. Like that. Like that. No, there's like a... That?
No, that was it.
Yes.
Nice work. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
Secret diary. Locked with a strange metal device.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You can pull off a pipe. I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
Oh,
That's even worse.
that is even worse. Is this something she concocted herself?
What's that big book on the desk?
Or not the
Looks
de-
like something.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her micro.
Seeing if we could read
What's
that.
big book on the
Oh,
desk?
looks
Is
like
it a
again.
clue?
It's just a bunch of notes about her.
A new sus. Don't think you can get out being quick. Save it for the
Oh
judge.
gosh.
Scientific formula, probably. I'll openly admit I have no idea what.
All right. Anything else?
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
Okay, let's get out of here. I want to go back to the main hall here real quick. If I can piece together who we've seen so far.
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Okay. So Felix and Flora. Where's Fifi? Felicia? Maybe short for Felicia is Fifi? Wait, but then she would have... That's not possible. This is the girl who... Wait, isn't this the girl who died? Oh wait, so Felix and Flora. Fiona must be Fifi?
Fiona Fellow. We met her. She's one of the suspects.
Okay, yeah. So... Freya is her cousin. Kind of. Yeah. Technically like a half cousin. Alright, we've seen who Poppy is, but we haven't met anyone else. Okay, let's get out of here. Oop. Let's move on up. So we'll start here. Stone Square.
Whoa, nice cape.
That's the mysterious figure.
Pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
This is the
I'm Sally,
person.
and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
so why is she here? This is the person, the mysterious person from Fiona's
It's not
charts.
in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception.
Wait.
Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
Okay, so in that chart, she was tied to the pointer guy. So maybe he hired her or something. 5 days, which means she's not here for the murder case.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower.
Probably
An
the...
unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his
Yeah,
appearance.
him.
He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Right. So the greenhouse then? Yes, we know Fiona was... Oh, there he is. Wasn't at the library because she was crying in her room.
Sally, don't move.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitz fellow,
Fitz.
the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Huh?
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA, sometimes.
Oh, fun.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
So that's why the
No.
plants are weird.
I'm just the gardener. I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
Oh.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Who's we?
We?
Yeah.
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Okay.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
We'll go later.
A little chart of, actually I have no idea what it's about.
Another puzzle? Ah,
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
yeah. We'll use this for something later. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual color.
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
Okay. Not really anything else of interest in here, I think.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, don't chance it. All right. So that's Fritz. Where's he on this?
What is
I
that?
think it's a family trait.
Fritz. No? Lord Fellow, Lady Fellow, Flint, Felix. Oh, Fitz. Okay, so Freya's cousin. Fiona's cousin. And possibly linked to Poppy. Okay. Let's check out his room. Oh, wow, his room is empty.
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked. It's a combination of.
This over some. Okay. It's leaf. But they're all different color greens. I'll just put them down in the order that I find them. See. I'm thinking that it goes together multiple ways. There. That. Oh, okay, so the leaf shapes are different for every single one. So those two are right. I'm pretty certain that was the right one. Oh, okay, we got one. Here. That one. Now we're just looking for this row here. We found that one already. We'll check this one. Yeah, that's right. Got a pointed bottom. That one does not have it. Hit that one. Oh. See? You.
There we go.
Perfect. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
Okay, so it is Fitz and Poppy, I think. A trowel.
Doesn't look soft.
That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP." An empty glass and an...
Looking at it is making me...
Why?
I don't know.
Right, let's go out to the garden because there's literally nothing in here. Oh, we can't.
Locked.
There must be some way to get it open.
Oh, is there a...
It's locked.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
a lock? Oh, slide the lid open. Okay. Move the tiles to the correct slots? Do we know what the correct slots are?
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same...
Those moon symbols in the slots.
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
Yeah.
Nope.
Maybe the
So
entrance...
where is it?
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's come back once we...
Can't get in there yet. And I think that's where we're going to end this one. We're already an hour in. And then the next episode, we'll go up the pointer tower. and question everybody over there. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.